Guys, what's up? My name is Daniel Leonard, and we are back with episode 3. I have Andrew Wagner on the show, and this guy tracked down an Ethereum scammer. I want him to show us the evidence how he tracked the Ethereum tracker, and in case somebody scams your Ethereum or Bitcoins on any cryptocurrency exchange, you'll be able to track them down like the way he did. So, Andrew Wagner is on the show today, and he's the founder of blockchain gaming and also CoinFest. He will be telling more of those particular projects. However, let us first know how can you track somebody who steals your crypto assets on any cryptocurrency exchange. Mr. Wagner, welcome back on my YouTube channel, episode 3.
Thanks for having me back. I have a better setup this time, so it should be easier to actually show stuff on my screen. But yeah, people have a misconception about cryptocurrencies that they're all very anonymous. And for most of them, this is not true. There are some, like Monero, that are designed to be more anonymous. But coins like Bitcoin and Ethereum are what we call pseudonymous or pseudo-anonymous. So, if you make a mistake, someone can connect the dots and follow your trail. So that's what I did, and it started with me getting scammed, actually. Like a real, kind of embarrassing for the first time in my life happening. I'd always thought you had to be a fool to be scammed. But I think if you get targeted enough times over the years, it wears you down. It's the quantity of their efforts that, is very systematic that can get you eventually. For me, I was I was drunk at the time because I was sad about my dog passing away, among other things. And I guess I was off my game. And so I was talking to the guy, and I guess I'll start sharing my screen. Or, I thought I was talking to my colleague, Andrew Colosimo. And I can actually go to Discord and show you it. Can you see it?
Yes, I can see.
Okay, so here in Discord, I can actually still look at my previous conversation with this person. He impersonated someone that I trust who is a founder of a blockchain gaming project. He has since changed, and now he's impersonating a different person, someone named Big Gay. This guy, actually. Back then, he was this guy. So he was pretending to be him. Anyway, we can go back and see my conversation. I go through and find, again, geez, it's so long ago now. So I operate in the trading channel on their Discord. And he acted like he needed help with the trade, and he did a good job not being too pushy and acting conceivably like my colleague, like he didn't act too suspiciously, and he didn't ask for too much money, right? Like, it's a lot of time to put in for, it's like 1 or 2 ETH at the time, wasn't worth as much as it is now, though. That ETH is worth more now, unfortunate for me. But, I sent it in 2 batches. And the first batch, I can show you all what happened. But before we go on, I can tell you, this is his intrinsic Discord ID. That's how I'm following him. So every time he impersonated a new person, he would change his username, profile picture, all that stuff. But his intrinsic Discord ID, you can see it here. If you're in developer mode, right click, copy ID. That's what I did. And I put it here.
Okay.
And you can actually go search that on lookup websites and watch who he impersonates in real time. Except I think he's on to me because he hasn't done it in a while, or maybe he got bored. I don't know. He's been stuck on Big Gay for a while. I don't know who that is.
So on Discord, somebody can change usernames and all that. So he used to change the usernames and the profile pictures, but stay on the same account with the same Discord ID.
He had their same username, same ID, same avatar, but a different intrinsic Discord ID. And if I had paid attention, I could have figured that out. But I was having an off day, I guess. And we all do sometimes. But so was he, I think, because, once I got over, my ego being hurt and losing some coins, I actually investigated. Over time, I found a list by following that ID, a list of people he's impersonated. You can see it here. These are all people he's pretended to be. You can hit them up, look at their Twitters, now you know. Be on the lookout. So here, let's see. This is the address to which I sent Ethereum. Now,
by the way, how much was it in US dollars?
I can't remember. Maybe $1,000. I mean, yeah, that's compared to what's in our hedge fund for work now. That's not too terrible. I was able to repay it, but it was still embarrassing. But it don't. So I think the moral of the story we're going to learn is, in the world of scamming, whether you're the victim or the scammer, it only takes one mistake to lose. You can be 99% correct, and your 1% will cause you to lose in a scam war. And so at first he did fine. So you can see I sent him money from, I don't recall where this ether came from, but I sent some ether here. Oh, it was not 2 ether. Anyway, so I sent them here, and here you can see the outputs. So these are inputs and outputs. Money I sent to him, batch 1 and 2, outputs. And then we can see money, him sending it out. He has to take his hard stolen money somewhere to cash out, right? So first he does it here, to this address. You can see this address. It's a momentary placeholder to this address. And this address is just a mess of ins and outs and ins and outs. It's like referring to itself. So basically, here's what's happening. Remember when I said it's like playing connect the dots? I'm trying to follow the trail. He's trying to make the trail too hard to follow, so I can't connect the dots. He's gonna, imagine he's leaving a trail of footprints and I'm following them. He's walking in circles. He's making figure eights. Do you understand what I mean? He will try to do it so complicated that I can't look through all this stuff. Over here, he used some other methods. He was using Uniswap. That was interesting. Let's see if I can find that.
So what was he doing? Was he sending the Ether to different Ethereum addresses? What was happening?
He is sending money to himself in a very complicated series with many addresses and many transactions. And in this manner, he wants to make the trail so complicated that I won't follow it. So some of the money I sent him, you can see he spent it on tons and tons of shitcoins, we call them. Random little altcoins on Uniswap. I have no idea how to follow this. Um, it's clever. This is a decentralized exchange, right? It's got no operator, so there's no one who KYCs users that know your clients. No one has their identity. So he's using the decentralized exchange to launder money, and he's doing an okay job. But it doesn't always work, and I don't know. He must be using this. These programs he's using, they're called mixers. Mixers meant to blind the trail for investigators. In his last batch, he gets lazy. You can see he gets a whole bunch of inputs. So in my second batch, I send him the money, and he immediately forwards it over. And most of this, where's it coming from? It's coming from some of it's Uniswap. Yeah. So the coins that he laundered through Uniswap came out this end. Do you see what I mean? This is coins that are freshly laundered, except I see them. So that makes them not freshly laundered anymore, if you catch my meaning. He thought he put them through the mixer thinking that I would never find the address at which these coins were held. I would never follow the trail. But in the second batch of coins, he failed to do it properly. And so he sent my second batch and also all of his previous stolen funds from many, many, many victims, it must be, because he collected 116 Ether. And see how much money he has.
Yeah.
He has stolen, at today's value, $187,000 in this account alone.
That's too much money.
And, he's moving money out now. Oh, this is an exciting time for the show. Oh, this is just the smart contract he's making.
5 days ago.
And this is, what is he doing? So most of his money is still held here. Still here, and I've contacted police, and they don't know what I'm talking about. But if he tries to send this to an exchange to convert to cash, they can freeze it, and he probably knows that. Especially if he's detected that I'm following him.
Yeah,
I don't know if he would be fool enough to send them to an exchange.
They can freeze the money in the exchange, right? Not in this Ethereum wallet.
What do you mean? Sorry, I'm hard of hearing.
Yeah, I mean they can only freeze money in his exchange, in the exchange that he would send the Ethereum, but not in his Ethereum wallet.
Well, he has this money in his Ethereum wallet, but to get it to cash, and he wants cash probably to buy most of the things he would buy. He has to get this money to someone else. So I guess he could do it at a meetup in person. So in that case, he would be holding this money on a wallet on his phone, which is crazy, a lot of money to hold on your phone. And then he would go to a meetup in person and do an exchange. Then he might get robbed or something. That's, his other option is to send this Ether from this Ether wallet to an exchange and hope that they don't know he's a criminal and that they don't freeze his account. What viewers might find interesting now, that because I don't know what it means yet, is, buddies, what's he doing here? He's making a smart contract. Or is this Uniswap again? No, this is, what the hell is he doing? Some of these are still pending. So I guess, I can't recall how much I talked about smart contracts to you previously, but he's used his money to either create or fund, I think create a smart contract, or at least sign transactions. Depending on what he's signing, I could look that, what is this contract? So this is some kind of smart contract that he's using. And smart contracts are basically autonomous software programs that run on the blockchain. They can run automatically on their own. So you can, they can replace your lawyer, replace your lender. You can, like DeFi. DeFi uses, DeFi, right? Uses smart contracts. So he's created some kind of smart contract. Well, God knows what it does. I'm so curious. It could be anything. A will. It could be a business. It could be. And it could also provide clues to an identity. I should really get someone who knows what they're talking about to read the smart contract and understand its functioning.
I can see it all pending. It's all pending.
Yeah, it means he's not done yet. He's not finished what he's doing. It's happening currently because I bet you he paid a really terrible gas fee. No, it's a 0 Ether. I don't know why it's still pending. I don't know what this is. Or
1 minute ago, which means he's even doing it right now.
Yeah, this is some kind of smart contract that he's interacted with. And, if I could find if he didn't create it, then it has a publisher that we could find and say, excuse me, but someone using your contract is so-and-so criminal. Let's talk about it. Or he could have written it himself, and that would be some Hollywood crazy shit, I don't know what he would do with that money and smart contracts with. It's a crazy world, man. But yeah, there's other scam stories I can tell you if you're curious, or let me know if you have any questions about.
Yeah, so I want
any
to know
of those
how
subjects.
I want to know how you tracked him down, exactly how you followed him and tracked him down.
How I followed him on Discord, or how I found his address.
Yes, his address and all that, and how you reported him to the police and all that.
Well, on Discord, anyone who speaks to you risks exposing their intrinsic Discord ID. Anyone you've had a conversation with, you can right-click and get their ID. And with that, you can stalk them forever. So that's what I did. I stalked this guy using his Discord ID. You can do it too. It's still here. Go check it out. Actually, I don't know. I published it on Twitter. You can copy and paste it there. For his address, in order for him to receive the money from me, because he's pretending to be a friend needing a trade. In order for that to work, I have to send him money, so he has to give me his address. And as soon as you give someone a Bitcoin or Ethereum address, we know that pseudonym, that address on the blockchain, belongs to you. And so then I can see where it sends money to. I can picture together, okay, if it sends money to Binance, and I guess I forgot to show you that. He sends money to Binance. And that's very interesting. So we can go back to his holding address. That was an old payment. So money he must have stolen long ago, I assume. I don't know. He sent to Binance. He's done it more than once. See here.
From Binance, I can see Binance for Binance.
These firms. Wait. Yeah. these are from Binance. So oh no, these came from Binance. I see.
Mm.
I'm still wary of the Binance connection, maybe. I guess I can't prove that that's his Binance account, come to think of it. I should leave them alone. But, what I can prove is that this money is stolen. I've contacted authorities about it, but they don't know much of how these technologies work, and they tend to prioritize a crime they consider more serious, like violent crime. So they're just not helpful. I've experienced this in the past. Not recently, a while ago, the forum and the wiki for blockchaingaming.com, our site, were taken down by spammers putting malicious codes in their posts.
Yeah.
And they're relentless, and there's no system or body in place for really targeting these types of criminals. I've had one friend who he runs coincards.ca, and he caught a SIM swapper, which is someone who steals control of your phone number by calling your phone company and impersonating you, and having it switched to a new phone. So, someone tried this on me, but I was pretty quick and managed to safeguard all my money. If I'd been asleep at the time, he would have gotten my exchanges. Because what he did was he used the my phone number, to take control of my email, to take control of my exchange accounts, where I had buy and sell orders, which he all liquidated and tried to withdraw to his personal wallet. So he tried to steal all my money off the exchange. So if someone takes your phone number, they have a lot of power. Remember that. Fear the SIM swappers.
Yeah, because we actually use phone numbers to verify most of our wallet, our online accounts.
That's right, sir. And it's dangerous. I've since removed phone number recovery. I use another email account that no one else knows as my recovery instead of my phone number. Because there's always a new employee at your phone company who can be fooled on the phone when they call and pretend to be you. They'll find a new employee, they'll look through the records of employees and be like, oh, this guy sounds dumb, I should call this new guy, and impersonate someone. And that's what they'll do. Or sometimes they have an employee on the inside and they just bribe him. And there's nothing you can do to stop that except sue your company and yell at them a lot, I guess. But this swapper, after he almost got me, I guess he'd been getting other people, and he tried to get my friend who runs coin cards. But he also had some money on coin cards. He'd been demanding a refund, which he was about to get, so I don't know what his problem was. Like, he couldn't wait 1 or 2 hours for his refund. So he instead hacked the founder and CEO of the coin cards, which sells gift cards for Bitcoin. So he, hacked into everything, and Mike had read my post, actually. And he was like, wait a minute, I'm being SIM swapped. I'm losing control of my phone and stuff. And he quickly got it all back, and also realized that he still had the hacker's money. Because here's the thing. When the hacker, and remember what I said, it only takes one mistake, whether you're a victim or whether you're a criminal. One mistake is all it takes. And in this case, he got sloppy in that when he took control of the phone number, he then took control of some accounts. He started changing backup phone numbers to his own phone number in an attempt to increase his control, right? He's changing the backups to his own things, like changing the recovery system to his own. Or he was trying to do it as quickly as he could. First, so he put his phone number in as a backup. And when Mike looked at it, he realized, wait a minute, this is the same phone number as the guy I was talking to through customer support who wants a refund. Then he pieced it all together. It was the same person. And that means he knew who it was. And better yet, he had his $11,000 in his possession. What would you do in that situation? He decided to say, we have a new policy for refunds. You must go to the post office and provide a copy of your government-issued ID for scanning. And he got pissed off. He didn't want to do that. And he tried to go to Reddit and complain, but people on Reddit were like, yeah, but you tried to hack the CEO, though, right? So you kind of deserve it. And Reddit didn't care. So he actually went to the post office and gave up his ID. The police didn't do anything. So what can we do at that point, right? I've experimented with mild forms of vigilante justice, you know, like